Hi everyone, welcome to Michelin King. Today we're going to take a look at a set of products called, or that's under the collection, Hemisphere. So the Hemisphere collection is just made up simply of 4 seasonal waxes. So we have December solstice, September equinox, June solstice and March equinox. This kit here, this is actually called the Hemisphere kit. It's available in both 50ml and 200ml. Today I'm going to demonstrate a wax called December solstice. The reason that I picked this wax is it's got real wet look to it. It's got a really wet look to it essentially. But in addition to that, it's got great protection. Reason being, this car at the moment, I'm really racking up the miles, so I'm doing quite a lot of miles per week, and I want to have a very protective wax, but I don't want to give away that protection to a lower quality looking aesthetic. I don't want to lose, you know, that wet look, so hence the December. The other nice thing about this is at night, even with the lower light levels, you'll still get a really nice wet shine, just because of the ingredients that I've used and the way that I've engineered this to really maximise the look of the paint. Obviously there are other waxes in the range, but today I've picked out December solstice. So you may or may not be familiar with this product. It's one of our best sellers in the liquid range. It's a product called Pure. As the name suggests, it purely cleans the paint, so it's a pre-wax cleaner. It's certainly, as the reviews suggest, so easy to use. The results really speak for themselves. Let's demo it, let's take a look. So you just put a Zorro onto the pad, just like this, and then you want to pad that down. Just apply it in straight lines. There aren't, because this product's so easy to use, there aren't really any tips or tricks. However, I would say once you've applied this product, allow it to completely cure to a point of not just a haze, but you'll start to see it going slightly white on the top. That is a very, very low dust formula, so you won't get that chalkiness that you might experience elsewhere, and it does cure very quickly. What you want to do now, these are machine washable, they are reusable, so if you're not going to machine wash this straight away, just put it in a Ziploc bag and that will keep the polish from drying out until you're ready to wash your pads and your cloths and whatever. So next, just as this is curing in the background, we'll take one of our Kensington cloths. This is an edgeless cloth, really nice and easy to use. What we want to do, because this is just fresh out the packaging, we want to use quick detailer and just dampen the pad. The reason that we're dampening this is just to soften the fibres so that it isn't a dry cloth going directly onto the paint. So we'll just do the finger swipe. You might be able to see that has now. If we do the finger swipe test, you'll see quite a distinct difference in the glove. Fully cure. If we do the finger swipe test, you'll see quite a. Want to remove this, very easy to remove, straight lines, that's it. No hard buffing required. That's you. As you can see, very little pressure, and that's the paint. Clean, ready to either apply your sealant excuse me, or your wax. So next up, I want to give this some added protection as well as the wax, and also want to improve the gloss as well. You can see it's already got a really nice glossy finish just from the pure, but we're going to add to that by using Titan. So again, just give the bottle a shake. Then you want to get one of our polish and sealant applicator pads. Click open the dispensing cap, and then just very simply pop a Zorro on the pad. All we want to do here, that amount would quite easily do half of this car, it quite easily do the door behind us, but we want to make sure the pad is correctly primed. So in the videos you probably will find we do waste some of the product. Again, you're just applying this in straight lines. Just bear in mind this is a sealant, so you don't need to work it into the paint, you're literally just applying it. Apply this by hand, machine, whether that's a dual action polisher or any other variety. Obviously keep the rotary machines for correction work, dual action machines typically for also correction, but you can use them quite comfortably for applying liquid waxes and sealants and paint cleansers and that type of thing. There we go, that's applied quite nicely. Again, into a Ziploc bag if you're not going to wash it straight away. Just means that when you're ready to wash, the polish hasn't caked into the fibre. What we'll do is again take a new cloth. Again, we're opting for the Kensington. Just want to make sure that's cured, just about there. So as you can see, it's quite fast. Only takes a few minutes to cure. You'll feel the difference when it's fully cured. When it's fully cured, the microfiber will just slide over the top and lift off the cured sealant. And you'll also find that as you're removing the sealant, you'll start to find the microfiber really glides over the top quite easily. That's a big indicator that the sealant's cured properly and it's coming off as it should. There you go, very happy with that. Again, just added to the gloss, we've also added to the protection as well, so Titan, another must have in my opinion. Now, time for the wax, the main event. First step, brand new microfiber pad. Just give it a rub, make sure there's nothing in it, inspect it visually as well, and just make sure it's absolutely contaminant free. Take your quick detailer, spray it at a distance of about 45 centimetres or about 4 feet or so. Sorry, about 2 feet far. Next up, let's take the lid off, obviously. Just give you a look at that. It's a very pure wax, very light in colour, 100% natural as well, so very easy to use. All we want to do is take about a quarter of the microfiber pad into the wax. The way to get into it is just the 3 fingers like this, through depending on what you want, and just make sure that pad with some wax on it. This is a really nice paste wax, very easy to use. That's December solstice. So just dab it on. Again, the reason being we want to pick up new wax as we're going, rather than take this wax and try and spread it all over the paint. It just makes application more straightforward. And you'll find that depending on the last time the paint was waxed, you might find that this wax really nourishes and feeds the paint. So you probably will find there won't be much residue. An indication that I can see the wax ever so slightly on the surface, and that's exactly what you want. Anything more won't cure, so just remember it's only the bottom layer of wax that actually cures the paint. Everything else gets wiped off with the cloth, so you can just dab it on like that. Now, because this is a video, we would obviously leave this for about 45 minutes to an hour to cure, but again, because this is a video, we'll speed things up. So I'm going to show you how to flash cure this. What we'll do is we'll take our QD, just spray it on the cloth, and then simply wipe off. Nice thing about December wax is it does actually cure quite quickly, so you will see quite a benefit, but again, because it's a video, and instead of jumping or skipping any parts, I'll just show you what the final look would be, although quite diluted because obviously we've not left it for the full time, but just more to give you hints and tips on how to use the wax. There aren't any hints and tips on the time of curing. It would simply just be the usual finger swipe to make sure the wax is cured and then remove it. If you find that the cloth is grabby at all, just go over it once, as I've done there with QD and a new cloth, and then allow it to cure again for half an hour. Grabbiness is solely down to one thing, and normally it's over application, unless it's very, very humid, and again that would be over application as well. It's just the wax is struggling to breathe, as it were. But that's the easy way around it. If it's grabby, get your QD, your cloth, wipe it off. Just bearing in mind, after half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it might be, the majority of that wax is already cured. So don't worry too much if you think, oh, I'm taking wax off, you know, that's not cured. The wax it's going to cure is pretty much already cured. But what to do, as I've said, QD, cloth, and then give it another half an hour to 45 minutes, and that will give you the best look possible. You'll find with all of our natural waxes, they will actually look better as time goes on. So within the next 24 hours, you'll actually start to see an increase in wetness and an increase in gloss and possibly the other characteristics. It's just due to the natural nature of these products. So what do we do once we've waxed the paint? What do we do once it comes to the next wash? First thing I would recommend is, the first thing I wouldn't recommend to do rather would be to grab an alkaline based wash such as a TFR. So steer clear of your alkaline based products unless you want to start from the beginning. Alkaline products are great if you want to strip sealants and waxes off. The reason they clean so well is because they are so aggressive. So you want something that's down the chain quite a bit. You've spent all this time perfecting the paint. The last thing you want to use is an aggressive product. So you want to stick to pH neutral products, pH neutral shampoos and pH neutral snow foams. Now, if your car's caked in dirt and dust and whatever, the pH neutral snow foam won't clean as well as an alkaline. However, the longevity of the products that are already on here will be significantly boosted. Alkaline products are great at cleaning, but they're also great at cleaning in the regard that they are great at removing everything that they touch, to the point that even ceramic coating companies actually have warnings not to use alkaline based products on the majority. There are some out with that, but the majority of ceramic companies advise not to use alkaline based products. So typically telltale signs of alkaline based products: stains on your trims, runs down the paint that are very difficult to come off. They absolutely wreak havoc with plastic lenses such as this. They dry them out. That's how you end up getting this almost white effect, a milky effect. So just be very, very careful with these products. We only offer one alkaline product, and that's Exile, and that is solely intended for the lower parts of the car for deep decontamination. So if you're looking to start over, or the car hasn't been washed in quite a long time, you can use that, but again, we'd always just proceed with caution. So you've washed the car, you've now decided to dry it off. You've got an option of products here. The one I've grabbed today, because we've just bottled it in the new clear bottle, is Seal. So Seal is a great product if you want to essentially wax the car when it's wet, if you want to use it as a drying aid as well. So it's a very versatile product. The nice thing about this is it keeps to that high gloss, high protection route that we're going. So Seal's a very high gloss spray, and again I'll just show you, I've picked out a matching cloth as well. All we do here is lubricate the nozzle and open it, and again it is a thicker product and very easy to use. As you can see, little to no effort required. And again, you can comfortably use this when you're drying the vehicle. And that will add as a topper to the wax layer that's already there. So if you want to add even more gloss, you can do this every few washes, every wash, whatever suits. This product on its own will last about 3 months or so. We do have products that will last longer, and then obviously we've got the Kanuba version of this, which gives you about 2 months. So it's choice in what you want to do, but I'd always get something like this to have in your kit, especially if you maybe don't have the time to apply another coat of wax, but you do the next weekend. It just means you can put a quick wax coating onto the paint, buff it off, and you know that that paint is protected. So have a look on the website. This is called the Hemisphere kit. As you see, you get the 4 waxes, and today we've been looking at the wax December solstice. Take care, thanks for your time.